What's up, y'all? It's T-Tar, and we're gonna look at more of y'all's theories this video. But first, I want to start off by telling you guys how stuff will play out exactly in the Indigo disc. Alright, I'm about to make $100 bet with y'all. You can clip this and send it to me, and if I'm wrong, I'll donate it to some crap. So check it out. Do you know what the answer to what the Paradox Pokemon is gonna be in the Indigo disc? I have the exact dialogue in my mind because I've been thinking in Game Freak shoes for like the last 90 hours straight. This is what's gonna happen. We're gonna make it to Area Zero's core. Briar's gonna be there. We're gonna be there. Carmine's gonna be there. But Briar's going to uncover and reveal to everyone that, yeah, Terrapagus's power is dream power. It can bring out stuff you long for. It brought out Sawdontor's desires. And then someone like Nemona or Carmine's gonna mention, wait a second, so the Paradox Pokemon, could they be dream Pokemon instead of future past Pokemon? And Briar's gonna be like, no one knows. That's what the freaking reveal is gonna be. That way, they're gonna keep it as a mystery, but acknowledge the possibility they could be dream Pokemon, but they don't reveal that it's not. And it leaves us when we go past this game, always wondering, Jigglypuff, is that what it looked like back then? And then, this is the ultimate reason for calling them Paradox Pokemon, because we don't actually know. Not that their existence is a paradox or that anything else, because if they were time travelers, they would just be called future Pokemon or past Pokemon. Or if they're a dream Pokemon, it would just be called imagination Pokemon for all of them. That's why they're called Paradox Pokemon, because we don't know. Y'all, what do I get if I'm right? Everyone send me 100 pesos. So anyhow, y'all, last time I was explaining this theory to y'all, and this is kind of crazy. It's the idea of what Dokutaro really is. I haven't been that interested in Dokutaro because we don't actually know what's up about him. All we know is that he seems connected to the Loyal 3, and then rumors of him being able to manipulate people, which I wasn't really a fan of. So it made me not that interested to talk about him. But after that most recent video, when we got a proper lead on what Dokutaro might be, my interest has skyrocketed. So pretty much, Glimeras are mutated versions of Terrapagus's energy, and Dokutaro is just a super mutated version. But the big idea I was talking about in that video is that technically every single Glimmet and Glimera has that Terrestrial dream energy inside them. And Dokutaro would just have a huge amount of it, which again would lead into it being able to grant the toxic chains and all. It's a little Terrapagus offspring. This is a crazy idea, y'all. So I wanted to show you guys the peaches I was talking about that are in Area Zero, and then we'll go to y'all's theories. By the way, I remember one of our other theories going into this, that Heath might not even have written this Scarlet and Violet book. We have so many theories in our heads, especially if y'all have been watching all these videos. When I play the Indigo disc, we're gonna be crazy over every little detail, having fun. So here's the picture, right? He draws a photo of the landscape in Area Zero. It's kind of hard to tell, but you've got like these mountainous walls, a bunch of trees, and then we remember like these bridges from when we went down. And then look, the Terrapagus crystal is at the bottom. So this is that part of Area Zero that's all dark and cave-like. And up here is the surface where it's all grassy. How are there clouds? Hey, yo, is that a Glimora petal? Chill. So he says, ledges form a spiral down the inner walls of Area Zero, offering a path of descent, which is interesting, right? Naturally, by the time Heath went to Area Zero, there was already a path to be able to go to the bottom. Did the animals naturally make that path? I don't think so. It would sound like it's a path from the ancient people who left those tablets, which is so cool. But anyhow, vegetation and sources of water are here as well. Legends tell that precious stones or wondrous fruits have long slept in Area Zero's depths, protected by some manner of guardian. See, you can pick up like orange berries and crap off the floor, but there ain't no wondrous fruits that require a legend. There's a legend that speaks of wondrous fruits. See, the precious stones, that works out to be the Terra crystals. Very well it does. But bruh, we have nothing on these wondrous fruits. And then lo and behold, in the latest DLC trailer, we are presented with a tree deep at the bottom of Area Zero. But we'll get to this tree in a moment. At first, you would think maybe this is talking about the Herba Mystica, but those are herbs. And you imagine the Herba Mystica are just dream energy growing plants. So these are the peaches we're talking about. That's a peach, right? It's not an apple. Apples have a bunch of seeds in the middle. That's like that big core in the middle of peaches. So when he went to Area Zero, he's talking about wondrous fruits. He must have seen these trees, wondrous fruits. If the Herba Mystica can heal you entirely, these probably were just the same as the Herba Mystica. They had terrestrial energy inside them. So then we go to the trees we can see on the surface of Area Zero. One of the first things you see is a tree ourselves. So check it out. Area Zero got these normal trees that are growing, right there. But then at the bottom of some trees, it shows this crystal base. Now, you see what this could hint is that there might have been a time where these trees looked different, where these trees were completely covered by terrestrial energy. And then there's two options here. Either these super terrestrial trees yielded something that when we come to the modern day, they are the Glamoras that we see wandering around, or they just yielded these wondrous fruits. And the reason we don't see these crystal trees anymore is because some kind of parasitic Glamora naturally formed and started sucking terrestrial energy out of different parts of Area Zero. So now all the trees are gone and those fruits are gone. Either Glamoras were born from the fruits on that tree, or they weren't, and they're just some other creature that's sucking terrestrial energy. But one creature that could have been born on the fruits of that tree is Dokutaro. By the way, I'm just theorizing here, right? Here we see a whole terrestrial tree that looks unsucked. You see the same base at the bottom. So potentially these are what the trees looked like in Area Zero, maybe even before Heat's time. So it almost seems like all those trees we saw with this base maybe were supposed to look like this. But yeah, I'm just gonna pick a lane and say that Glamora isn't some unrelated Pokemon that's sucking terrestrial energy, that it formed from these trees. And the reason I'm gonna go down this lane is because, guys, Glamora is a freaking flower petal. Like, what else grows on trees? It's almost like all the Glamoras, like, they used to be just like these terrestrial petals like you would see on these trees. And then over time, they just became Glimmets. They just evolved off it. But the same way a leaf needs its food from the tree, Glamoras, they gotta go back and get terrestrial energy. So then we see them in Area Zero sucking the walls and all. It's weird, right, y'all? These games can be out for so long, but you always learn new things when you just sit down and like look at the details. Of course, the main idea I said this all for is the fact that Glamoras have that dream energy in them, if it is dream energy. And if Dokutaro is anything like Glamora, so does it. So that's something really curious. I guess the only weird thing about there being this tree that has these petals that become Glamora and only yields one fruit that becomes Dokutaro, I guess that's just weird. Because why did it only yield one fruit? There's one peach in existence? Where are these wondrous fruits Heat spoke of? Hey, don't tell me Dokutaro is a normal peach that its own dream energy made it conscious. You know, like it's an actual fruit that came to life. So I think this will have a coincidence with the Adam and Eve story, but what this is really based off is it's just Momotaro. Because remember, Momotaro gives the dumplings. So the dumplings are the forbidden fruit. So maybe what Dokutaro is like there's a tree that used to grow in Area Zero, let's say 200-300 years ago or something, that would yield all these peaches. One of them came to life and is Dokutaro. But the other ones, Dokutaro would feed to creatures to give them toxic chains and make them follow his command. Would that work out? Alright, make sure y'all shank that like button, and tomorrow is the final day before the Indigo disc. I'm gonna see y'all later today or tomorrow with some more ideas. But man, y'all, we are going in so intellectually prepared. We're gonna have so much fun with this DLC. Alright, I'll see y'all. Take care.